Tristan, as you guys prepare for the Clippers tonight, where does it start with them? What's the keys for your guys tonight?
I think everybody knows it starts with James Harden. So it's gonna be a team effort. Multiple guys, multiple coverages that we're gonna need tonight, and try to play our game, impose our will, defense to run, play fast, and play together. I feel like we've been doing a really good job sharing the ball and knocking down open shots. So we gotta continue to do that. On top of obviously attacking the rim like we always do.
When you looking back at those matchups with the Clippers last season, I feel like you played at least one of those. Like, what do you see from that team compared to the team that you're preparing for tonight?
Wait, what do you mean?
In terms of like you looking back at how those games went, and obviously the Clippers won both of them, but they were both similar in terms of how they were played, like defensive battles and everything. Like,
yeah, for sure. I mean, we look at those games to prepare for the next one. I feel like the roster's pretty similar still, so we obviously try to learn from those games as much as possible. But it's a new opportunity for us. We're not really too preoccupied with wins and losses in the past. I think we got to just focus on this game and make sure that we do our job, play our game, and then as long as we do that, I feel like we have a good chance.
You started last year for Paolo for a stretch of games, obviously, but how different does it feel with Bane in the lineup and having him as well?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a lot easier. Obviously, also my second year, feeling a little bit more comfortable out there. But in general, I feel like we got a great group of guys, no matter who's out there. With AB coming off the bench, Gogo coming off the bench, I feel like they've been playing really good minutes for us. So just keep adding on that.
You got kind of thrown in the fire last year when you were starting early in the season. How different does it feel for you now? You mentioned just being a little bit more confident, but how different does it feel with what you feel like you're able to do and contribute to this team at this time?
Yeah, just feel more comfortable doing stuff, kind of initiating certain actions, guarding my yard. I feel like that's a big thing defensively, and then just knowing the game plan, knowing opponents now, since I've played against them a couple times already, and it's just more familiarity. Yeah.
Do you feel like you've been given more responsibility and kind of more in your role now, and how much confidence does that give you that you're being trusted with that?
No, for sure. I mean, being out there, being a starter, I feel like that's already a big deal of responsibility because you kind of set the tone for the rest of the game, and most of the time finish the game too. So I feel like coaches putting a lot of trust into me, and my teammates are putting a lot of trust into me too, and that comes with responsibility. And I'm just happy and glad to be in a position like that, and it's really fun being out there.
What do you feel is the biggest thing that you feel like you had to take a step towards from the end of your rookie year to where you are right now?
I feel like there's always this rookie wall in the first year where you kind of get a little bit tired and kind of lose focus, I think, for a little bit. I feel like that's the biggest thing, to be able to stay locked in and play your game throughout the whole season. I feel like that's a big thing.
How much of what Wendell does doesn't show up in the box score when you're out there? How much of what Wendell does doesn't show up in the box score when you're out there with him, maybe on either end of the court?
Yeah, both sides of the floor. Huge gravitation, I feel like. Whether that's rebounding, that's defensive position. I feel like that's stuff that maybe goes unnoticed. I'm not saying he's getting every board, but everybody's focused on him because he's an elite offensive rebounder. So every time he's down there, it looks like you got like 3 guys around him trying to box him out because he just gets people out the way. So that opens up more for us as crashers. And the force that he has at the rim, I feel like pulls guys into the paint too, creates open shots with every single roll that he does. I feel like that's a stat that's not really out there on the box score. Is the gravitation on the roll, and playing in the pocket.
How much did what you experienced as a rookie inform how you worked on your body during the off season, in terms of the areas where you want to get stronger or more agile or anything like that?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my workout summer was a little bit shorter than the usual norm, but I feel like a lot of it was just playing experience. Knowing the momentum and knowing the physicality of the game. I feel like that's a big thing, and once you kind of get used to that, it looks a little bit different too. Yeah.
I would like to ask you about Martin Gortat. If you remember, what you know about Martin Gortat? What you know? Did you know?
Oh yeah, I know him. I mean, watching the NBA growing up, obviously you know the players that came before you. Watching them growing up, most of the time I remember was at Washington. But yeah.
Thank you very much.
All right.
We're grateful.
Yep. Thank you.